Hi, I'm Michael and this is Xplore Xpeng. Welcome to the fourth in the series on the Xpeng G6 vehicle settings. In these videos I go through each section of the vehicle settings and explain what each element does. You can go back and look at any of the other videos I've already done just by going to the video list on my channel. So today's section is on the vehicle seat settings. Hey Xpeng.
Hi there.
Open seat settings.
Okay.
So we can open any of the sections with our voice command, or we can go to the X dock here, click on the car symbol, which opens up all the settings, and you can then scroll down to the one you want. It's easier to do it with the voice whilst you're driving, obviously. So there's not much on the initial screen for the seat settings. We have an image of the car from above, showing the front seat, passenger seat, and the two rear seats. We have a massage tab across to the right. We'll start off with the seat adjustment. So to set the seat that you want to adjust, you see it currently has the green circle on the driver's seat. So that's the seat that we'll be operating. If you want to change it, you simply tap on the passenger seat. The two rear seats, you can't do any electronic adjustment on, so they're non-clickable. So back to the driver's seat. Firstly, at the top here, you have adjust and a little triangle. The little triangle tells you there's more options. If you tap on that, it'll open up. So let's do that. So that opens up an image of the seat from a side view. And on the right here, we have seat or lumbar support. So we're currently on seat adjustment. As you can see on the left, we have height adjustment. So I can either drag that up and that raises me up. Probably you can't see me now. So that can go up very high. Equally, you can just press one tap, the down arrow and the up arrow, or hold it down to bring the seat back down again. Then we have position, left and right, same thing. If I tap once or hold it, it moves the seat forward or back. So with the angle, you can go back to the point where I can't lay down anymore. And if I just check the distance so we don't crush the back seat, so I can go pretty far back, almost horizontal, without touching the back seat. There's about a finger's gap at the moment. So you can go a lot further if you push the base of the seat more forward and take the headrest off, then that back support will go all the way down and create a flat bed there. I won't go into the bed mode at the moment because I think that's probably best reserved for another video in the future. Now, as you know, all of these adjustments are available on the side of the seat here. You don't have to go in to the screen to do this, but it is there if you need it. Here's the seat adjustments on the side. So you can move the backrest backwards and forwards. You can move the seat base forwards and back, and you can raise it up like so, and down. This button does your lumbar, pushes it out and pushes it back in. So if we press down here, we have save habits and a return symbol. So you can save that position using the save habits button. That will save it to your current habit, which I don't want to do because my current habit is my driving position. But you can create other habits and then adjust the position and save it to them. So if I return back to the other screen, you notice underneath the adjustment box, we have driving habits. So these driving habits will remember the position of the seat and the side mirrors, because this is the driver's seat. So driver's seat and side mirrors. So as I don't want to save that position, if I press the return button or back button, that'll go back to the previously saved position I had that in. Okay, so that's back to my driving position. So then we have lumbar support. So to adjust the lumbar support, you can use the height buttons here and the position buttons. So I want the lumbar all the way in, that's best for me, not to have it out. I've got a few back problems, so I don't want that too pronounced into my spine. So all the way in, or you can move it all the way out, and that's now pushing into my back. That just takes a while to deflate. It inflates very easily, but it takes a while to deflate, and I find if I push my back into it while I press it, that's the best way to get it flat for me. And again, you can increase the lumbar pronunciation higher up, like so. And again, deflate. You can also adjust the lumbar support rather than on the screen there. You can do it by the steering wheel. So if you press that, it opens up a picture of the steering wheel and it tells you to adjust the lumbar support height. Scroll the left scroll wheel up or down, and to adjust the lumbar support depth, scroll the right hand scroll wheel up or down. It does exactly the same thing as the manual controls that I was just using. So that's now deflating as I roll that down. So back to the main screen again. So that was all on my driving habit. If I press sit forward, these are habits I've previously set. So sit forward are positions that I've stored for operating the screen like this, not for driving, that's too close for me. And they've also created one called lean back. And that is when I'm sitting, waiting for my son to play basketball and watching Netflix, etc. Just lean back like this, much more comfortable. So that's a habit you can store. If I go back to sit forward position, so you've got manage habits here. There's the driver habits I've already created. There's a button there, add, if you want to add any more. So if I press add, you can change the name. It comes up with user preference number 4 because I've already got 3 in there. So you can go in there, change the name just by overwriting what was already there. If I just type in test, okay. So now we've got another habit called test. I'll come back to that in a second and I'll set a position in that particular habit. Down the bottom here, we've got a guest mode, auto enable guest mode. If the feature is enabled, the system will enter guest mode automatically when the car gets unlocked by physical keys. So I don't use physical key fob. So if we switch that on, then if I give my key fob to airport parking, something like that, or take it into a garage for service, give them the key fob, then when they use the key, they'll automatically know that they're a guest and it's not me. So let's have a look at that. So auto enable guest mode. I presume what that will do is it won't let them overwrite any of my habits. I think I'll leave that on. I've never had that on before, but I'll leave that on so that if I give the key fob to someone, they move the seat, they're not going to save it and overwrite what I've got. So we created the test habit there. Let's go back. We've now got that one on here. So if I now adjust, I'm on the test habit. So for instance, this could be my wife driving. She might want the seat closer and she might want it higher. So she could make those changes and then save habits, and that's now saved under that test profile. So we've now got a profile for somebody else. So I hope that's self-explanatory. It's quite easy once you get used to it. And as I say, you can do all of those adjustments on the side here with these seat adjustment buttons, including the lumbar. All you would need the screen for then would be to save it if you've made any adjustments. Okay, I'm going to go back to my sit forward position. And the tab along, we've got the massage settings. I'm not going to go through all these in detail. I've actually done another video on all the massage settings and how they feel. So I'll put a link up here. If you want to watch that, then please click that. And lastly, just to say, you can do exactly the same on the passenger side. If we click there. If you notice we have different habits. I've got Henry, Mum and a rest setting, but the seat adjustments all the same, as well as the lumbar and the same massage settings as well. Okay, so within the massage you have 6 main massage settings: release stress, awaken vitality, physical recovery, leisure and relax, long haul relax, waist massage. So you can select any of those and that will start, or you can press the power and the current highlighted leisure and relax will start. Underneath there we've got massage intensity low, medium, high, and that doesn't increase the speed, it increases the pressure that it's pushing into your back. So select the one that you want there. And then the bottom 3 are waist relief. I like to think of this more as lumbar, not waist, because your waist you think of at the front. So you've got 3 different lumbar massages: back and forth, lower waist and upper waist. So you need to just try those out and see what is best for you. And just to note that those massages will last for 15 minutes and then they'll automatically turn off. You can obviously run that again if you want a longer massage. I did actually create a Xcombo for somebody on the Facebook group who was asking whether they could run for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So I've actually created a Xcombo, so I'll put that along the bottom here, the code for that, if you want to add that to your Xcombos. And all you need to do is amend the massage type and the intensity, because I set that to the particular massage and intensity that they wanted. So amend that as you want. Hopefully that's explained the seat settings, fairly straightforward. I personally wouldn't use the screen to adjust the seats, I would use the side here, but definitely when you first set the car up, going through each section, setting everything up, then it's nice to do it in there and understand it a bit better. I will just add that you can also access the seat habits in your profile here, top right here. I'm a little frog. So we've got driver habits. As before, you can see the test one I created now, and you can add driver habits in there as well. You can also turn on guest mode that was in the section earlier, and you can switch accounts. So if you've got a second driver who's got the app set up, you can switch account there as well. So hopefully that was helpful. Whether you've got your car or you're waiting to get your car soon, hopefully all this information helps you, adds to the excitement, knowing what things you can do when you get your car. So if it has helped, please press like, subscribe so you get notified of the next video that I put out. The next section is the drive section, so all the drive modes, X pedal including stop mode, auto holds in there as well, hill descent control, plus how to save a function in the customize button here, and adjusting the wing mirrors with your scroll buttons. So all that's to come in the next video. In the description below you can get a discount code for accessories for your G6, and there's links there to the Facebook group, which is really helpful. Lots of advice and tips on there, questions from people who are getting their cars, answers from people who've had their car for more than a year. So please check that out in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.